Good morning, everyone. Today I'm back with my collection obsession. It is Peony Garden by Mintay, and this is from, I don't remember the date, but I've had it for a while. But it's so gorgeous, and then I really had a hard time finding actually photos. And this happens to me every time, you know, I think, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so easy. And then it's not. But everybody who is playing with their collection obsessions will be listed down below. There's a link to their channel. And make sure you go over and check out what they're using. I'm sure that a lot of them are already done. And so anyhow, I'm going to be using these 2 pages that have the greenhouses in them. And this one here has the lace on the back. What's this one have? And this also has lace on the back, just different. So I'm actually going to be doing a 2-page layout. And I am going to be using pictures from our vacation. We went to Texas and we were day trippers, which makes me just want to break into song. And we went to Adriatica, did I say it right? My sister's right here. So if I need anybody to chime in, she'll be doing that. Adriatica Village, okay. And it's in McKinney, Texas. It's actually designed to look like a village in Croatia. And it was built by Croatian builders, actually, that were brought over here. And didn't they bring stone and stuff from there?
I don't remember that.
Okay, I know if you go to Day Trippers, there's actually a video on it, and it's such a beautiful place. And the one thing I remember is they always start with the church, and then they build the village around it, because the church is always the center. Which I thought that was really awesome. Okay, I've already got them matted, and I just found a green that looked, well, it actually looks like the water here. And it is a paper from Paper Studio, and I am going to actually line up some of these because I wanted some matting. You know, I do like to mat, I just don't always do it. And I think I'm gonna start probably about like that. And it took me a while. I had to find my invisible ruler, and you know, sometimes it's hard to find the invisible things, but it does help knowing that it's invisible. I say that all the time. My sister, she used to scrapbook all the time, and then she kind of quit, and you know, taking care of the kids and everything. And when I went to her house, we made one of those Jeep embellishments for her. Well, actually, we did it for her daughter's dad, which is her husband. But she did it as a Father's Day card. And because he's got a Jeep and he's really into Jeeps. So, and after we did that, I thought, that was so much fun, and they seemed like they had such a great time. I wonder if they're gonna start scrapbooking again. And then she got here and she said they started scrapbooking again. I just knew it. I knew it was gonna happen. So that was fun. So she's over here working out my title, and she's the one who talked me into getting one of these title topias from Creative Memories. And then she forgot that I had one, and she's like, oh, you need to have one of these. And I said, oh, I have one. And she goes, you do? She goes, I lost mine. sorry. Sorry, you can't have mine. But
And
it's
I
like,
get to play with it again.
yeah, she gets to play with it again. And she actually made one for herself, so I thought that was fun that she did that.
And I ordered one from eBay.
Oh, and she already ordered one. Yeah, you don't want to be without one of those. I know, I really like it. Usually I forget to use it, but I do really like it. Okay. So this, I actually wanted to kind of lay them out similar to how we came in. And so like here's the sign that talks about like where the town is and stuff, and it's got the church, well, it's got a clock tower. Is that called a clock tower? Yeah. So, oh, a bell tower.
Oh, it is.
Is that a clock tower? That's a bell tower too. Yeah, that is a bell tower. Okay. So I'll be showing you that here. So here's, I've got the pictures on the left. And I went ahead and covered up what is this? I was gonna say
Greenhouse.
the greenhouse. Totally was out of words. So, because there wasn't a greenhouse there, but there was actually a flower shop, because that's what, when they talked about it on the video that I seen, they were talking about the flower shop, and I think she was one of the first people there. So I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, so then, and here's part of the family, and it just looks like so Old Town. It's just gorgeous. And you'll be able to see it when I do the close-ups. Now we've got a cat here, but I didn't see any cats, but I did see dogs. People walking their dogs. And I don't know if people bought houses there or if they're all just rented.
I think there's apartments plus homes.
Okay. But just a beautiful, beautiful place. And I'll tell you that the weather was pretty hot when we got to Texas, and we were there in May, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, May. And the night before this, they had a derecho. So that really cooled everything off, and it was like the most beautiful day. And I know the guy in the little grocery store there, he was saying how he heard there was going to be bad weather again. And I said, well, I'm not believing that for a minute. Thought I'm not going to have that again, because it was like something else, I have to tell you. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. So I'm covering up the cat. And I'm going to put this down here. I need to check my cheat page. Where is it? There it is. Okay, I want to make sure I had everything in the right spot. And my phone is about to die, so it's like I'm not putting it on for... Okay, I think this has to be up about here. And so this has, I think we drove through this at the beginning. Or did we park out there?
There's
Or did we come in and park?
garage there.
Okay, so yeah, we drove in here. It was really neat. And then you could walk over into this bell tower promenade. And we just walked all the way around it. It was just like the most beautiful day.
I think the bell tower promenade was also like a senior living.
Oh, it'd be a nice place to live. I gotta tell you, it was gorgeous. I mean, I don't know how many cars we've seen when we were there. I think only one or two people came in and drove around. There's actually a car here, and so this is right in the center, and so they drove around. So it's like one of those circle things that I really hate to drive around. So that's the basic layout. Okay, now I'm going to start over here and start putting on the embellishments. Okay, so I decided I want to see, I've got the cart here, so I wanted to cover that up. And so I thought I would put this here. And then I actually found in the die cuts, the laser die cuts, they had a smaller one, so I'm actually going to put that here because I just really liked it. And even though I never seen a cart there, they do have the flower shop. So I thought that was perfect. And I'll try to get some good close-ups of like the church and everything because it was just so beautiful. And it's like on its own little island, and there's stone here. And I'm pretty sure that they brought in stone from Croatia. Some of the building materials were from Croatia. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. There were like some of the details on the buildings were from Croatia.
Yeah, I hope you guys heard that. She said details.
Or from Europe.
Yeah, details were from Croatia or Europe. I remember that. It was like... So I just thought it was a beautiful place, and I thought this would be a gorgeous collection to use for it. Okay. And then up here, there's a birdhouse, and you know how I like to just layer right on top of what's there. Sometimes. Sometimes I'm covering up things, sometimes I'm just adding dimension. Yeah, it's like I thought, okay, what am I doing? I was looking through pictures, and I think this was one of the things I thought of doing was the part of the vacation, because we just went to different places in Texas that weren't too far, so we just had like these little day trips. And I'll tell you, if you ever go to Texas, make sure you hunt down a Texas Twinkie, because that was like one of my favorite things to eat.
We did that in McKinney too.
Okay, I couldn't remember where we had that.
Barbecue.
Oh my gosh, it was so good, so good. Okay, I think that was all I was putting on this page. Oh, I think I had a flower over here, but now that it's kind of rearranged a little bit, so I don't actually need it. I think it looks good. All right, let me see. Oh, I think I was going to put it over here. I was thinking I wasn't going to put it in that other space now, but that's where I'm going to put it. Okay, am I still in camera? Because I tore down my filming place, so now it's like I had to reset it up. So, even though, have we even sat at the table?
Yes.
Oh yes, we did. We have 8 here at the table. That's like, the table probably just didn't even know what to think. Okay, so that's one side, except for the enamel dots, which I'm not going to really use the enamel dots. Can you still make out that? I'll move this so it... Okay, so now I have a floral. I have another bit of floral and a butterfly, big butterfly. I've got pulling in a wood veneer piece and another flower. So I think I'll start out with this little butterfly. If I can pull the... I cut a piece of the square off the birdhouse when I did it, and it seems like it's gonna give me a little trouble. Yeah, okay, there we go. I thought the way I cut it, it must have changed how I had to pull off that label of the back of it. Okay. So if you haven't seen me do this before, I put dimensions on the back, and then where the body is, that's where I put the glue, and that way it stays a little more dimensional. And actually the butterfly that I'm going over is just a little bit bigger, but it just adds dimension to the wings because you can see the other wings there, which I really like. Okay. And so I've got this one here, which I basically do the same with. And you always got to make sure that you put down that body first, because otherwise your butterfly will be dimensional, but it'll still be flat. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, now right here I've got this cat here that I'm going to cover him up a little, and I am going to have to use a little bit more flour. Now I know you had flipped it over, but I think it might, nope, that's not going to work that way. What if I do that and this? Okay, let me try it this way. Okay, I'm just trying to work out, cover up those, because the cat's feet were sticking out a lot. Okay, so I'm going to glue down this first, but I'm going to use the tape, so if I have to mess with it, it's not hard to deal with. Okay. And now this beautiful, isn't that just gorgeous? I just love it. Those colors are just stunning. And I know I got a lot of dots here to pull off. Gotta push them down. They're easier to pull up if you push them down real good. So, my niece, she stayed home and is taking care of the dog. And I had a picture on my phone that my husband took of me and the dog. Because the dog, by the time that, well, I think we were there for about 3 days, and then the dog really liked me. And he made me walk him up to bed and everything along with the other ladies. Oh, it sounded like somebody dropped their phone.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
That's pretty funny. And so anyhow, it's like I sent her a picture of me with the dog, and I said, here, I know that he wanted to see this picture.
Because he misses you.
Because he misses me. She thought that was pretty funny. And then she sent me a picture of him where he's got one of those chew things in his mouth. Looked like he had a big white stogie.
And standing on 2 feet.
Yeah, and standing on 2 feet. It was hilarious. That was definitely a keeper. I said I'm going to have to scrapbook that now.
But you can't find your dog.
I don't have my dog paper. I'm going to have to work on that. I do have some dog stickers. I'll just have to wing it. Yeah, I was going to give you the page kit. It wasn't just a page kit, it was a little mini book.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sure I just passed it on to somebody. Okay, I want this in here, but you know what? I put too much sticky on. Okay, so I'm just going to have to lift it up and tuck it in.
Want your spatula?
Inside. I think it's going to be, I'm going to have to just do that. Okay. But now I'm going to put some glue on it. And I just thought this is so cute because it just mimics the arches in the windows there. And even though I like to try to use 3 veneers when I put them on here, I could not figure out another wood veneer on here that would actually fit where I would like to have it or something. So we're just gonna do 1, and that's okay, because you know, there is no rules. There is no rules, and if there are rules, I'm breaking them. Sometimes you just gotta break the rules. Okay, so now I need to put on my title, so I'm gonna pause and put my title on. Actually, I'm gonna make my sister do it, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. My sister actually put the title down for me, and she, we had thought that putting this Zig, it's called Zig Memory System, it's supposed to be like, you put it on and it's supposed to be repositionable. So we were thinking that it would stick to the title, Topia. Utopia or Topia?
Because we're not using stickers.
Because we're not using stickers, we're using die cut letters. And they're cut from the sometimes I want to do this because you're actually upside down at first, but the 6x8 pad. And we're using this dot and we're using this wood grain. And so she actually, it stuck on here pretty good, but then it didn't want to stick on here. But, and then she did this one too. So, so you can see how she slid the G underneath there. And I'm actually gonna glue this now. Yeah, I don't need this now. Oh, and we washi taped it down. So I'm just gonna fold this over. And I got a little to come out, so I'm just kind of dragging that glue around. And I hope I got some on that one side because I can't tell. And then I'm gonna push it back down. And because that this paper is thick, it actually is a little bit dimensional. It looks really nice. So we're gonna try again, this time with that tack it, it's aliens tack it over and over again. So we're gonna try this tomorrow and see if that works, so we'll let you know how that is. So here it is. Now I'm gonna add some of these little green gems from Gina Marie. My sister loves these. And even though it made her think of the 70s.
It's the color.
Okay, so I'm gonna...
But I like the 70s.
Yeah, I love the color of these. And Gina Marie just, when you ordered other enamel dots, she actually just gave us little freebies, yes. Little gifts, which I really like. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of put them around here and there. Let's see. They're little, so I think I might use 5. I'll put a couple, throw one up in here too. Oh, flipped over. Okay.
I know that they sent you ones that you hadn't tried before to get you hooked on a new
Yeah,
design.
now I'm hooked. It's so funny because they first gave me a sample of like multiple colors. And then when I got these, I thought, oh, I wish you would have sent the multiple colors. I really like those. And then when I use these ones, it's like, oh my gosh, I love that green.
Yeah.
And so now I'd like to have every color. So now I feel like it was a big teaser because now I want more.
I think Gina Marie should sponsor you.
Because my love for them.
Yeah. And you know, I never would have thought of using enamel dots, but after seeing them on your pages, I think, how could I not have enamel dots on my pages?
Well, and I got it from Janet.
Oh, yes.
So, Yep, that's where I seen enamel dots first, and it's like, oh my gosh, finishing touches. I love finishing touches, because that's what she always calls them, finishing touches. And it's like, I know when I would just draw or paint, I would put like little tiny dots in places. So it's like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna put some over here. But yeah, I need to order some of the, I need to order some other colors from Gina Marie, and actually need to get some more enamel dots. We were talking about the enamel dots because my sister's like, I don't know, I think I'm gonna have to get some enamel dots. And I said, well, yeah. I said, I spent a small fortune. I said, but I really have had them for, I would say 4 years, and there are some I still have. It's just that I'm out of like blues. I have very little blues left and little pinks, because that's what you use a lot of. So I always bought every blue and every pink that they had. Okay, so now I've got 5 right there, and I've got another one in my hand, so I'm gonna have to do 7, 3, 5, or 7. That's it. Okay, now let me put some up here. And let's see. Did you see the hat up here? I didn't realize it was a hat there at first. My sister says, oh, there's a hat there, because I like to layer some of the same embellishments over what's there. And I said, there's a hat. So I'm putting little trails behind this little butterfly, because I didn't really see a whole lot of place to put them here, but I think I'll put one over here, one down here, and so now I've got 5, so I think I must be going to put 7. That's what I'm guessing. I'm not guessing anymore. As soon as I get to, I've added 6, I definitely have to have one more. So that is it. So that's our little trip to Adriatic Village. Adriatica Village. In McKinney, Texas. So I will have close-ups at the end, so you get to see like the beautiful church and stonework. It's really gorgeous. And remember to check out the other ladies that are playing, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye-bye. Say goodbye, Christy.
Bye.